Central-Amexem and South-Amexem, where things are going down there, there's improvement. It couldn't be any other way. Parties spent, I don't know, 40 Earth years moving manufacturing across an ocean. They set up supply chains and supply routes, and they created this thing called just-in-time manufacturing. And now with the things we spoke about before, the cost of doing things is so expensive over there now. It's actually cheaper to produce things on this side of the ocean. Not just fuel costs, labor costs have gone up dramatically. When you got decreasing populations all in that particular area, Nippon, for the first time, is starting to see an increase in their population, or at least in those who are having babies. I won't say population just yet. They're seeing an increase in how many babies they're having in an Earth year. First time in 40 Earth years. It's increased, and that's not a bad thing. However, the damage is already done for that particular region. Beijing, Seoul, others in that particular area, our family in Bangkok, our folks over there have seen a dramatic decrease in their youth. Didn't have a lot of babies for a long time, still not. It drives up their labor costs, makes them less competitive. Well, Central-Amexem is seeing some of the manufacturing that was sent that way is coming back this way to Central-Amexem. North-Amexem and Central-Amexem. Unfortunately for Ray Bahia, misnomer quote-unquote Brazil, they were starting to get a little bit of industry going. Kith and Kindred from the Far East came in, won't say who, and they started looking at the manufacturing process and some of the technology being designed. And basically, they went back to their homeland and mass-produced it and undercut Ray Bahia, misnomer so-called Brazil. That did not help the financial abilities of Ray Bahia. Add to that their soil, again, is more sand and soil, so they have to use at least 3 times as much fertilizer to grow anything. And with the fertilizer shortage being what it is across the planet because of the Russia-Ukraine war, have a tough time down there in Ray Bahia right now. In the Alkebu-lan Islands, they're feeling the shortage of food as well. Parties are going to play the game of blaming. While they're blaming, nothing's getting done to resolve the issue. Now, I don't eat eggs. Vegan, long time. Fruits, vegetables, no flesh at all. No flesh products. And definitely no dairy. And definitely no wheat. Definitely no flour. Eggs, though, for a while, were mega expensive. They started to come down in quote-unquote price. However, there was a reason for it. They had a bird flu outbreak. We discussed it back then when it happened. The bird flu outbreak, they had to cull the herds of their birds that were having the eggs. So it created a shortage in the eggs for a while, and it hit folks in their wallets and their pocketbooks. A lot of folks across the planet are seeing food shortages. We discussed it. We're still discussing it. What we do know is this. There was an ancestor, noble Drew Ali, that spoke to issue the Moors were seafaring folk that fed the planet. The time would come when they would do it again. Well, here we are. We are growing food on both sides of the ocean. We are now growing avocados. 2.5 years from now, we'll have our first harvest. As we move things forward, we're going to be growing apples as well. 2.5 years after we start with that, we'll have our first harvest of the apples. We also grow cabbage, okra, and other things. We don't have the issue of a lack of fertilizer. We don't use it anyway. So we grow our food indoors where it can't be sprayed, not worry about acid rain. We use heirloom non-GMO seeds. We don't radiate our stuff. Top-notch, top-quality food. So when we say the Amexem-Moor-Empire is an agriculture-based commerce and trade jurisdiction and venue, we're doing it in a holistic manner, a manner that doesn't take in nonsense. We're not doing the mental retardation that others are doing with the poisoning of food, even at the seed level.